Heartache, but also happiness for thousands of Christchurch residents tonight after finally finding out the fate of their local schools.
And those set to close are already planning a big fight back, with some protest meetings taking place tomorrow. Looking at the numbers, 7 schools are closing, 12 are merging to become 6 schools, and 12 schools originally facing closure or merger have been saved. A more detailed look coming up shortly, but Corin Dan is standing by with political reaction and analysis. First though, let's go to Ali Pugh in Christchurch. Ali.
We're here at Manning Intermediate School, one of 19 schools across the Christchurch region that today received the devastating news that despite extensive consultation with the government, they still plan to either close them or merge them with another school. We were here at Manning this morning when the ministry visited to deliver the heartbreaking news, and the principal then had the task of relaying that message to his staff and his students. So it's been a very tough and emotional day for hundreds of people across the city today. The plans for next year for many of those are now completely up in the air.
I'm so privileged to work alongside some people that I'll never forget them.
Emotions roar as Phillipstown Principal Tony Simpson breaks the news to his school.
This is a sad day for Phillipstown.
That the ministry plans to go ahead with shutting it down and relocating these students to nearby Woolston.
You couldn't ever wish for a worse, more hurtful thing. I can't believe this. We've got such wonderful parents here. We've known each other for how long?
20 years.
Yep.
I just want to stay here. It's not good to move schools when you've already moved 100 schools.
Parents consoling each other as they digest the announcement.
Now some of the people are going to move away and you won't see them again. And
this decision, it really is a knife in the heart of Phillipstown, not just as a school but as a community.
Teachers across the city also realising they could soon be unemployed.
4 weeks ago I got this job because there was roll increase at the school.
And now they've just dumped this on us. This is worse than what we imagined would happen.
Small teams from the Ministry of Education visited 31 schools this morning, unveiling their interim decisions face to face. For 12, it was good news. The ministries backed off and they're remaining open. But for others, it was grim. Mergers set further in stone for 12 schools and the full closure of another 7.
Fairly stunned at the moment.
Manning Intermediate moved into its brand new $2.6 million building 2 years ago, but today learnt that its gates will likely close for good at the end of this year rather than next.
We're expecting potentially bad news. We weren't expecting worse news. So, I mean, that's the real challenge we're facing now.
The minister in town to manage the announcements.
The government is committed to ensuring...
Pointing out that it's a $1 billion investment in the renewal plan and that she's had challenges of her own.
Oh look, the whole situation has been extremely difficult and I have wrestled with every decision and change is hard, but we've listened to the consultation.
These latest decisions now enter a final 6-week consultation phase. Many already gearing up to fight it.
Now, in addition to those schools you've seen that have been affected today, there are another 5 schools in the Aranui area. They've been granted an extended consultation period. That'll go right through till the 7th of March. Now, the proposal that the government has pitched for those 5 schools is to form essentially a super school. So it'll range from year 1 right through to year 13, all on the same campus. The schools that have been affected today, like Manning Intermediate, they have a further consultation period. That's till March the 28th. And judging from the reactions that we've seen today, the school shake-up saga is far from over.
OK, thanks, Ali. In Christchurch, Ali Pugh.
OK, so here's Hekia Parata's announcement in more detail. 7 schools are earmarked for outright closure. They're Branston Intermediate, Glenmore, Green Park, Kendall, Linwood Intermediate, Manning Intermediate and Richmond. 12 schools are due to merge. That involves 6 schools closing their sites to merge with another school. Burwood will close and shift to the Windsor site. Central New Brighton is closing and moving to South New Brighton site. Freeville is shutting its doors and moving to the site of North New Brighton. Littleton West is closing and shifting to Littleton Main. Phillipstown is closing and shifting to Woolston. And Discovery One and Unlimited Painga Tawhiti are both closing and moving to one new site.